The I Only Listen to 90s Music podcast is a show for 80s babies who were 90s kids. If you were a No Limit soldier, then this is your show. If you believe that Cash Money is not an army but was a Navy, this is the show for you. If you and your friends ever tried to sing a song written by Escape, In Vogue, Shy, or Voiced Men at a talent show during middle school, this is your show. The I Only Listen to 90s Music podcast is a bunch of 80s babies talking about all the songs and things that we loved when we were kids and teenagers. So if you went to the skating rink and you were at a lock-in, this is the show for you. If you think that Tevin Campbell was the original Prince of R&B, this is the show for you. If you don't understand the conflict between Monica and Brandy, but you're kind of on Monica's side and understand why Brandy got punched, this is the show for you. Make sure that you tune in, subscribe, click the little subscribe link. We're here. We're going to talk about all things 90s music. This is the show for you.
Drink. All right, welcome back to Everyone Needs an Aquarius. We all sipping, and I like to see it with our peoples. And we have Don. We got a guest in the house. Yo, she has some of the funniest stories on YouTube with her dating extravaganzas. Particularly the story I'm gonna have her to. Well, I want y'all to go watch it, but the story with the African dude that she was dating, that she had to make a great escape.
Yes,
as I call it.
Had to run.
I already got to have her on the podcast.
With her baggage, with her rollaway.
Had to get up out of there. Yep.
Make sure you put that link in the description.
Yeah, no. Hey, it's a good minute joke, but hey, I was sitting there glued in, like, hey, is she gonna make? I know you obviously made it because you doing the thing.
Mm-hmm.
But it made you feel like, is she gonna make it out?
Mm-hmm. That St. Louis in me was like, coming out. I'm like, hold up now.
It's a certain level of survival that St. Louis people have because so much happens. And when I tell people certain crazy story, of course, this was never at a free time event, guys. I just want to make that right. This was never at a free time event.
Right.
But I was, still being in college and seeing the best of both worlds, seeing like classy events and then seeing you hood shit that you've been involved. You like, my God, like, I don't know how I'm alive. Like, actually, I do by the grace of God. Like, God has favored me and covered me.
Yes.
But baby, crowds mace, stampedes, people shooting up the club, shooting in the parking lot, hiding in people's cars that we don't know. Like,
yeah, it's a lot.
That survival, that St. Louis survival.
Yeah,
it'll get you ready for the real world.
Yeah. It definitely will.
And we have the great Neo Olivia now. Go make sure y'all go subscribe to her podcast. Go check it out. I'm telling you, I'm gonna put that in the show notes for y'all to check out. It is a hilarious story that you all definitely want to check. But she also went to school in Baton Rouge too, so she had double trouble with her. So she,
yeah. Southern University, you already know, Louisiana.
Look, I was talking to shout out to my man Chris. His son plays for LSU. He's like the #1 baseball recruit at LSU from St. Louis, his son. And he was like, man, when I went down there, he was like, you make a left turn somewhere. Because we was talking about literally on Sunday, because I saw him on Sunday. He was like, man, you make that turn. You go to a North Baton Rouge, you like, oh, snap. I thought I was on LSU campus. I'm at Southern's campus. And this ain't the same campus, but they're across the street.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's totally different. Totally different. But when you're down there, you get like the best of both worlds. So it was good.
Yeah, because you could go over and go do some stuff over at LSU, then they can do the vice versa, going to the Southern and kicking it. Like me and Matt, we're gonna do a ranking the best college towns for a Black person.
Okay.
Off the record, it's probably gonna be Baton Rouge, Tallahassee, like just kind of.
Yeah, we better be near the top. Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be Baton Rouge, Tallahassee, or like DC. Like it's gonna be one of them.
I know what won't be on the list.
What won't be on the list? What won't be on the list?
Columbia.
Columbia won't be on there, but for a full white college town, Columbia is up there though. It's a lot of black people that go to Mizzou. Like
it is, but are they black friendly? No, you said for black.
Yeah. But the stipulation is going to be you have to have an HBCU in your town as well. So you can't just be singularly just a PWI. You have to have a black college within your town as well. You just can't have one. You got to have the ability to have both at the same time. So
okay.
Yeah. So Columbia is out of it because of that. But man, let's jump into some stuff, man. Where do we start, Dom? Where do you want to start at, Dom? Because originally I wanted you to read these Moriah Mills tweets.
I want to read them.
Okay, all right.
I'll read some of them, not all of them. But
no. At first there was only a couple, and I was gonna put the ether beat below it and just have you read her tweets because it's only like a couple. But now we at like 30.
I mean, you probably still because we can still use like 10 seconds.
All right, I'm gonna put you on the big screen. Then I'm gonna put you on the big screen and let.
All right, so we want to start there. We don't want to start. We don't want to go light and then end hard. Like start with Babyface.
No. We coming right in. We coming right in.
I feel like we should come right in with Anita and okay.
No, Anita and Babyface is at the end. That's old. We need that one as well.
I feel like that got to be midway, and then we got to end it with some more drama.
Okay. Well, let's go to Paul Pierce. Then I'm gonna go back to. We won't do that.
Cool. Because this is too good. Can't give them what they want right away.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Paul Pierce, my guy. I wouldn't say he's my guy. He went to KU, so he's never gonna be my guy. He gets on Showtime live. That was the thing, Dom. You thought this was a regular live. That's on Showtime. And he shows up drunk and high with an escort.
It's my girlfriend.
And he didn't know it was on live. So he told, and KG like, yo, this is my show on Showtime. He proceeds to say, hey, man, I bought her online. It's a little website you need to get on.
Like, and also,
hey.
Also, again, like you said, live. I don't know who this is gonna get. I don't know what his situation is. You know, KG situation.
Keep talking about right.
I just want Miami.
It's like watching the game at the crib or something, man. You know what I'm saying?
You really got to
throw a wall in here and turn it up. You know what I'm saying?
Kevin.
Hey, how you doing?
Camille,
nice to meet you. That's Formula One everywhere, ain't it? Formula One everywhere.
This is my girlfriend for the day. They got a website that you can hire girlfriends for the day.
Stop, man.
And so I got a girlfriend.
Stop, man. Stop.
You can hire girlfriends for the day.
Stop, man.
I went on the website and I'd hire a girlfriend
right
for the day.
Look, Collins. There go Collins. Look at D Wade at the game. Okay, D Wade.
Oh, he just got divorced?
Like a year or two ago, yeah.
Okay. So, but still, we don't know what's happening at his house.
No. Paul almost dimed him out later on in the thing. He goes, hey, man, remember what we was doing last night? He's like, yeah, I was with my girl.
Yeah, like, but that's what I'm saying. Like, okay.
So that's more than liquor then. That's not just.
It is. So like he said, I ain't gonna blame that on, I don't know. He don't strike me as the line type, but
it's probably some type of, like just
because to me, like the interaction, the nervousness that came over KG's like voice, like trying to get him together and to shut up. It was just a level of it, like, yeah, man, because Miami, I don't know, like the kid keep talking about this for a quarter, but and he said, yeah, because I got this bitch online. It's a site. I brought my girlfriend for today. It's like, what? Like, read the room. Like, I guess he was turned up.
Yeah. They probably shouldn't have even let him come in there if they were, because they should have caught him at the door. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like the way he was, and they saw who he was with. Like you could kind of see her just a little bit, kind of like in the video. So it was already
Camille.
Okay. it was already like, it was a little bit questionable then. Like, hey, maybe he should stay back here. We'll let him come in
like
a little bit later. Like,
No, or you just let her sit on the sidelines while you do your show. Period.
she was
Why
too
did she even
close.
be on
like,
there?
it was too right. This is the norm for him. And I hate, okay. And we gonna get to it when we get to it, because these niggas have money that we pray that we will touch, right? He does this too often, it's too comfortable with doing that, because in my mind, even if I've been kicking it with people, when I tell you low key, like kind of like, all right, y'all over there, I'm over here. Like, I don't want to be involved in the mix too much, just because people do talk, and rumors get started, but it's just, he does this too much to just be that comfortable in saying that. And you got too much money to be going online.
Mm-hmm.
And
This ain't online. It's on Showtime.
No. When he bought the girl on the website.
Yeah.
Like, that's the girlfriend for the
okay.
day. It's a girlfriend. So you know what I mean?
Now,
Like, he could have gone a different route in order to have somebody with him. He didn't have to just.
And it's like, damn, like you couldn't, like, again, he did not realize that they was live like that. You came in late, nobody said, hey, we already started without you or whatever. He came and sat down, like, he's like, where the red light? Where the light? Let me see these comps. Like, what, bro? Also, Paul Pierce, if you want to pay some bills and buy a bitch for a day, can you pay my rent, please? Because I got student loans and all this shit that need to be. That's all I'm saying. But to me, but also it is. Sex was.
No. Now I do want. Let me throw a little wrench into it. Of what if there was a thing of like, he wanted to fuck with KG? I'm like, I'm gonna buy me a girl for the night. Come fuck and be high and drunk on. But I'm saying, like, I'm gonna buy a girl and just come out there and wilding out on his show.
But why? What would the benefit be? Though?
Yeah.
Maybe it's something. No, we don't know if it's something like if him and KG do some like pranks with each other, and he like, because the way he was, the girl was kind of like not feeling him a little bit. It felt like, and I'm like, if I pay for you, I've never paid for a woman, but
it's still a level. Okay,
if I pay for a woman, though, she's a little more attentive.
At the end of the day, it'll still be okay. She technically working. She on the clock.
Right. And was this the first time he got this one? Or
he said it was. He said, I just got her.
Their first time.
Yeah,
okay, so maybe they still had to get their vibe together.
Yeah.
So because this was that first time. But he could have.
If I pay for you, your vibe need to be correct immediately. You need to get my vibe if I'm paying immediately.
Listen, he clearly was doing too much and not enough at the
I
same
agree with
time.
that.
Exactly.
I agree with that.
Mm-hmm. And there's probably some mental issues, to be quite honest. Like, no, for real, like he might be suffering from some type of depression at this time. Because when people start exhibiting stuff like that, it's like he could be more low key. Why?
He's just a wild boy.
I mean, you gotta think he did the whole thing. What was it? Was it last year where he messed up his ESPN thing because he had strippers and smoking weed on live?
Yeah, but I don't think it's that. Like, you still, Paul Pierce, sorry y'all, Paul Pierce still has like enough engagement and endorsements and different things going on where I don't think it's I really just think that it's just a case of I'm turned up. I came up in here and I'm just having a good time. I'm living my best life. But it's like if this is but you have to also be mindful of other people that are around and how you are impacting certain things for them. And he probably just in this space, like, ain't nothing gonna happen to this nigga, or like I like genuinely we saw that they were not live, like that they were live, and he was not really privy to that. So it's so many things that had happened prior to him sitting down that should have happened.
So wait, so you don't think there was a camera directly right there for him to be able to understand that this was a live taping?
I think I absolutely think there was, but I don't think that he knew, because probably coming from certain settings, like you said, the ESPN thing, there's a red light that lets you know. So whatever this did look like it was something more
at somebody's house.
Yeah, like they were clearly like in a casino room or something somewhere filming.
Yeah, because he's asking about smoking cigars, and he smoked a cigar in a doggone casino.
Yeah, so I don't think that whenever he got there, somebody should have said, "Hey, what you doing? Like, you can't take her on, like, like, because we filmed, we already." So there were multiple conversations that should have been had.
There was no production assistant, basically.
Yeah, because somebody should have came in and said, "Hey, man, like, yeah, she gonna be off camera, but like, nah."
Or he could have bum rushed and just came right in and just walked right over and was like, and we just sitting right down. And KG might have been like, we should have been started. Whatever, we'll figure it out.
I'm telling you, he does this a lot. He was too comfortable doing what he did.
And even when he kind of checked him, he still was like, because there was a thing about the lighter being thrown at him, and he had an issue with that. He definitely, whatever he was on, it was an upper. Because they had him like in.
And he kept asking for margaritas. He's like, hey, can I get another margarita?
Like, no shade.
Right.
I like margaritas. I like margaritas a lot, but I'm sitting in that setting. I'm drinking a little whiskey though on a little rocks though. Chilling. Like, I'm chilling with my man's KG. We talking the game. Margarita, I'm turning up, kind of kicking it, maybe eating at a little restaurant. He just kept on saying like, "Hey, can somebody give me a margarita?"
Yeah,
like he was his one. He like I'm with you. He might have been on Molly. I'm not. He don't strike me as a coke boy. Like he don't. There's nothing about him that. I don't think it was. I've never done Molly.
Okay. Me and the trust tree in here on the podcast. I have done ecstasy before, back in pure ecstasy days, 2000, circa 2000.
Well, Molly is the purest form of X.
No, this is before Molly. This is a straight X.
Okay.
Like, this is straight pure X. It don't have me. That didn't have me turned up at all. It had me more like super chill and like super like feeling in my body. So like it was just like if you touch me, I'm like, yo. Hey man, dog, it's all good, baby. Like it's all good, baby.
I don't with the because like I it's not giving weed.
Oh, definitely. Definitely not. Like, you would have been chilling.
Right. He don't strike me as a coke boy, but what do I know? I don't know. Because listen, all I know when I think of coke. Listen, my mind's going to Jocelyn and what we saw this weekend.
That was so crazy.
Man, all right.
No,
why you bringing it up? Go ahead.
In the back of her head.
But why did so many people allow that to continue to go on? Even the man who was filming it, he was like, guys, get her. Can you put your camera down now?
And he dropped that phone because she was going to punch him. She was like, all y'all can get. Listen, I'm sorry. I know.
All right. I only saw the videotape just because everybody said that some girl's breasts was out on the thing and I need to see.
So that meant hit click?
Yeah.
You are such a pervert. You too old to be acting like this.
No, I am old enough. That's the point. I'm at the age now I can be an old pervert. I'm in my 40s. I can be an old pervert now, right?
No.
Okay.
Like,
thank you for.
I'm not hurting nobody. I ain't hurt nobody. I ain't touched nobody. I ain't hurt nobody. I just heard that it was breasts out on Twitter, and I should get on Twitter real quick and put Jocelyn Hernandez fighting some girl. So I'll let y'all take it over. That's the only thing I knew about. And I saw her get stomped out. I saw this girl get stomped out.
Yeah.
I don't know. People like, everybody got it.
Yeah.
Every.
But it was her and her guy was actually in the mix with her.
Like,
she's so violent. Like, I don't even know if she went to counseling and got some help, if it would even help her. Like, I just think that she's just one of those people where it's her nature. when she was on Love and Hip Hop, she would be attacking people. She attacked Mimi so many times out of nowhere. Like, we just having drinks right now, and boom, she'll punch somebody.
Well, you know what? I think the Mimi thing. Okay, this sounds real fucked up. I feel like some of that was Mimi karma. I feel like some of that was Mimi karma from the Stevie J situation, because you remember Eve walked in their house and he was laid up with Mimi.
But wasn't Mimi had him first though?
I don't think that's how that went.
No. She's right there. It was a circular thing. It was like
no,
Mimi,
because
Eve
how
Mimi, Eve back to Mimi.
How she had made that story seem like from Mimi, it was like she kind of knew like that they was kind of kicking it, but she didn't know that they lived together. So it's like, so when she came in and was mad, also she was like, why your homeboy let her in? Because
but she was supposed to be the artist though. Remember at the beginning of Love and Hip Hop, Stevie J.
No. I'm talking about. Oh, I was talking about. This is Mimi karma from the Eve situation.
Oh, golly. Okay.
Karma, man. Sometimes she don't work as quick.
Okay.
You know. So I think some of it is that, but then also Jocelyn. You know, pretty much for the rest of her life, in some capacity, is gonna have to deal with Mimi. So a lot of that all still stems from Stevie J. Like he is a sleazebag, like playing both sides of the fence. Yeah. So you telling this chick one thing, you telling this chick another thing, and they just confused. And so, and part of it, yeah, is for TV, but I don't know. Like, it's crazy because y'all would not believe me if I told y'all that Jocelyn was like one of the sweetest people you'll meet. Y'all won't believe me.
She probably is though, because everybody has there's different circumstances and situations, and we're different in different settings. So
that's true.
I could honestly,
my real question. What the fuck happened to get to that point? Like, what was the conversation between her and that girl? Because that girl apparently that was on Jocelyn's cabaret.
Yeah, and see, I was trying to research it, but I didn't get the clear.
All right, I did some research afterwards.
I
wanted to be, I wanted to be. I couldn't just be looking at the breasts without like the research situation, because I'm not a full creep. All right, Dom. So I'm showing you how I'm not a full creep. I actually did research. All right.
Okay, because I was so I'm like,
so
what the
Big
fuck
Leg.
Happened? Yes, Big Leg.
Cabaret, Jocelyn's Cabaret. But then she has her own show that she just got a spinoff for that is like basically like a Bad Girls Club thing where she goes to different cities and they're like, but they working out, like losing weight. It's like a weight loss version of like a Bad Girls Club thing or whatever.
Okay.
Wow.
But she got on somebody's somebody basically took Jerry Seinfeld's Coffee in My Car, like where you ride in the car though and it's talking and everything. And she was on there, was like, yeah, I slapped the fuck out of Jocelyn. This was literally like early in the week. And she was like, she ain't shit. Like, I'm always in Miami. I'll fuck her up. Talking mad shit on somebody else's like podcast thing.
Oh,
and shit. That's the impetus for what we saw.
Well,
why was she by herself though? Where were her friends? Like, it literally seemed like she was alone, and Jocelyn had a whole group of people with her. If you talking cash money stuff, baby, you got to keep some people with you. I know I got to keep some moves, okay? I got some friends that's ready to go for it.
No, even in general, why are you just even being involved with fuckery like that in general? Like,
some people just never leave the
drama,
the hood.
Yeah, the hood.
You know, like, and so we live in this day and age of sensationalism where stuff like that, you know, like people get clout off of fighting and doing all these things. And I'm a terrible person because if there's a fight video on my timeline, I'm stopping to watch it.
100%.
I'm
That's
not
what it
gonna
is.
lie to y'all.
Yep. The most
And-
negative stuff though gets the most clicks.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, and I hate that. And this comes from a person that is very wholesome. And you know, I put out positive content, but I'm watching a fight video. I am. I'm not gonna lie to you. So I think that also, like you said, what we call it, run up, get done up. That's our favorite line here, you know. So if you, yeah, like that's just what happened, and she caught you slipping. And I think even how Jocelyn was acting that night, she would have whooped that girlfriend's ass too. I mean, she was hitting everybody.
But they said who she's scared of is Tommy. That's the one person from Love and Hip Hop. You don't know who I'm talking about?
You know,
She won't try to fight. She has a restraining order or something. That's the one person she won't.
Tommy is the one that fought in that little celebrity boxing thing though some months ago. Who she just beat up somebody.
Yeah, she go hard.
Did she beat her? I thought somebody beat her up.
No, she beat up somebody on the celebrity box. It was on Zeus too. Zeus is a fucking problem too. On the
Yeah,
that's
Zeus
a whole other
is.
thing too.
Perpetuating all of that, yes.
But it was on Zeus though. It was Tommy. Let me give you this shit.
Okay, I mean, did it? I know at one point. That like Tommy and Jocelyn were cool.
Oh, she beat up Natalie Nunn.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I need to see that. What?
Yeah,
Okay.
that was the end of February.
Trying to be funny.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
she
feel
was
like
a
that
kid.
wasn't even a
That's
fight.
not I don't
Like,
think
yeah, that
that's a
wasn't
fair
a fight. That's not
I
what's
don't
up.
think
What
that's
in the
a fair
world?
fight. And that's not taking nothing away from Tommy at all.
No, it's
I-
not. But it's just like Natalie Nunn is kind of like, I would hope anyone who goes toe to toe.
Oh no, I take that back. Natalie beat Tommy up. My bad.
That's what I was
What?
saying. I'm like, no. I think that's what I heard. That's why I was like, didn't somebody beat
Are
her
you
up?
Yeah, Natalie beat up Tommy. That's what it says on here, like the official fight card.
Also, it's like boxing. So if it's going off of boxing, whatever the requirements.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh wow! And these motherfuckers fought in London. Oh, they got a trip to London out of this.
That's what I'm saying. So when you were just talking about how when they keep, this is how they get their attention. Like this is what they're known for. So if you're known for the negativity, for the fighting, for the drama, then you're going to continuously do this so that you can keep that check running in.
Yeah,
So-
because and also, not trying to be funny. Of course, they're gonna have it set up where like Natalie would win. I mean, she has hella shows on Zeus.
Oh, and it
No,
was
she beat her up though. I remember watching the video. She did beat her up.
Yeah, I'm not.
You're saying it was a fix was in? Oh,
because I just can't see that. Like I could not visualize that knowing how Tommy has the hands that she has.
But also, how often, like we see her get the person first. We never really see like the whole thing. And
Like
don't
where
forget-
she jumps on. Okay.
Yeah, like, but we also don't, and it's also like certain people that she knows she probably can do that to. But Tommy got a mouthpiece on her, so one would hope that she could, back it up. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. But and then back to KG and Paul Pierce. I don't know.
Look, we're gonna circle back now.
That's what I'm telling you. Like, I don't think he a cocaine bear. I think he was on Molly or something else. Maybe he was on. Nah, he wouldn't have been on DMT. But he was that. It wasn't weed, and it was more than out. Like he was turned. And you know what? But that's also not fair to say that he did some sort of drug, because alcohol does act different in different people.
It does. Maybe he just had that natural kind of,
Yeah, he could. And if he was sipping margaritas, he was really feeling himself.
Mm-hmm.
Because a margarita will do that to you.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
I don't know, but if he out here like that, Paul Pierce, come pay some bills over here, because you just
He
got-
ready, honey. He ready. You just gotta have a profile on the right place, and he gonna click on it and look.
Now I ain't signing up for no escort website. Now, here's the thing. And I'm not knocking nobody that's gonna do that, y'all. I'm not. That's just not for me. You know, like Paul Pierce, you meet me in a cigar lounge or something, and you want to take me out for a good time. Sure, why not? But I ain't signing up. I tried to be a phone sex operator one time, y'all.
What?
How was that? Wait a minute.
Hold on. What year is this?
This was 2000. I lived out here, so this might have been like my third year. I had a friend that told me to do it. Like, she's like, "Oh, it's easy, quick money." And so but you had to set up your profile online. And I was like trying to be as discreet as possible. So I didn't want to show my face. So I was like trying to show my eye. Like I was all wrapped up like I was.
Oh, so it was a video.
It wasn't video, but but for the profile, like when you had to sign
you had to put. So was the training good? Did they prepare you?
I didn't get that far. They kept hitting reject because I needed to upload like a clearer photo of myself. And I was like, I really did not. And I just, like I said, because listen, I be thinking and this is probably part of my anxiety. I think too far in the future about things that have not happened and probably will never happen and don't exist.
But you know what? That's okay though, because sometimes you do have to think about what could happen in the future if somebody pulled this up or used this. It could stop some type of business deal, some type of relationship that you were gonna have, or being able to build a relationship. Because people are judgmental. Like it just is what it is. We live in a judgmental world. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I was like, so they declined me again. So I'm not trying a third time. Like it's cool. So I didn't do it, but I definitely signed up to be a phone sex operator.
Damn, I really wanted you to like get fully hired though, and like get past your orientation and like really be on the phone with some dude in Idaho, asking, how your breasts look. I really want you to have that. But you had that story. That's a great story.
Yeah, and so one of the stories I remember that my friend told me from one of the clients was he was kind of like he wanted to be dominated. So he wanted like you to inflict pain and stuff.
That's a big business.
She was like, so I told him to go slam his dick.
Stop! I'm out.
Toilet lid, like slam the toilet lid.
No. I just wanted your stories. I didn't want like the horror stories.
That's the only thing. I was like, out of all the things, I said, why would you tell him to do that? Yeah, so y'all heard it.
Everybody go to Whiskey, Sour, and Libations. Dom has a whole episode about pegging on there as well. I still yet to listen to it, but other people can listen to it. And I listen to every one of your episodes. I refuse to watch. And it fucked up thing, it pops up on my main feed like, you need to watch this.
That's the first episode. That's like one of my most viewed episodes. Because it's not talking about the act.
I don't want to know, Dom. I'm good.
Oh my God. Stop being a pussy. Anyway.
Hold on. I'm sorry. I can't do it. I can't do that. I'm a very open man. But certain things I have.
But this is us having sex positive conversations. It's not.
I'm fine with it. I'm not mad about it.
Influence anybody. But all right, moving on.
I'm like a white person that is cool with diversity, but I don't want them in my neighborhood.
I'm mad at you. Stop it.
Oh, that's the sound bite. that's the short.
That's how I am. I'm sorry.
Put that down. 31. It was like 31, 38. That's the clip right there. That's for the short.
That's for the
short.
I don't want it in my
I'm like the white person. I'm cool with diversity, but I don't want it in my neighborhood. That is the funniest shit I've heard all day.
All right. So it's going real crazy. Anita Baker, Babyface. No, you know what? Let's prime it up a little bit more. We do need to go back to the Travis Rudolph conversation, the brother from jail that got jammed up. It literally was all happened right after we recorded our last episode.
Of course. I got so many. Okay.
Is she gonna get locked up? Is my question.
Is who gonna get locked up?
The girl that reported that got one of her brothers killed.
Oh yeah, I hope that they do
her brother friend.
They do need to, because nobody would have died if it wasn't for her. She is the connection. She is the. It couldn't have happened. It couldn't have happened if it wasn't for her. So
like manslaughter, she got to get manslaughter at least, bro. Because like this is your fault.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is your fault, and I'm just trying to really figure out.
And she was married, right?
Yes.
Okay, so Travis Rudolph is dealing with this married woman. I say married people are the most dangerous people.
No. Stop. She said, remember her testimony, she said, he never asked me. So he didn't even know. She was like,
they're
he never asked me about
dangerous people.
No, but I'm just saying, like, it wasn't like Travis was like.
You were correct.
No, you have to stay away from those. That's my first question.
No, here's the thing. I honestly think I feel like if these were white people, I'm not necessarily sure that he would have been on trial. Like, and I get it, but like understandable. And then y'all had footage, these people coming to the house, like you got text, like it's all this evidence there that points back to this chick. Now I will say this, potentially if this was white, now she might have been on trial and not him, but I'm just trying to figure out how that didn't get thrown out based on the evidence alone. How did he get tried? Because it wasn't like even if, regardless of what his relationship was with old girl, you had people coming to your house trying to, get in your shit, and you were trespassing. I don't know you. I didn't invite you over here. Somebody sent you over here. What are the bylaws on that? Because I am confused.
So the detective, because they were driving away, they basically are saying he's coming outside, he's going after these people. And not only that, because he said they had weapons, and then they said they didn't recover weapons, which first of all, they never looked for weapons, which is what the detective said. They threw the weapons out of the car. She was like, we never looked at the path to see if any weapons were there. But during testimony, one of the guys said, I did have a gun, but I didn't pull it out. So really, I think two of the gentlemen had weapons, the one who was killed, as well as the other one who I think was shot. So they had weapons, but they're saying, oh, we didn't pull it out. Well, who wouldn't say that afterwards? Like, hey, I didn't pull my gun out. I didn't have it out. We don't know. But the fact that they came to his house with guns in itself, to me, it's enough.
Because I'm like, what happened where... Because they clearly see them, like the footage shows them like on the Ring camera. Mm-hmm. So what was that conversation? What was happening where they end up taking off? Like, did he fire a round and they ran off and like he scared them off, or Yeah,
because they said 38 shots? It was like something like he was.
That means there were weapons.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That's what I'm saying. Like that, no one just like he had to have been thinking, because he said, I thought that they were firing at me. And then if you look at the messages that she was sending to the guys, she was saying that she wanted them to come over there and handle it. So it's like, well, they show up to quote unquote handle it, but they're saying now they didn't really come to do that. They just came to have maybe a conversation with him.
No.
And the way she was hitting him,
she made it seem absolutely not, because she told her brother that he put his hands on her.
Mm-hmm. But the Ring video shows her going.
She was aggressive. Yeah, she was definitely aggressive. But here's the other thing. So the Travis, at some point, we have to realize when we're in toxic relationships, right? Like there has to be a point where there are deal breakers with people, where somebody crosses the line and smacks you so hard or calls you out of your name in a way that you're like, you know what? I can't deal with this anymore. Yeah. Why was he allowing situations like that to happen when he had a plethora of women that he could have been dealing with? Like that doesn't make sense to me.
It's like, okay, so you know how we talk about toxic dick being something like the best dick that we get? It's the same thing for pussy.
It's the same thing for pussy. Okay.
It's the same thing for pussy. Now,
yep,
I don't fuck women, but what I hear from my homeboys, that's what it be. So they don't
100%.
want to leave it alone, and it's a lesson in all of this, but I don't know if people really are going to listen, because the main people that's online hollering, like, like, I agree, they need to get her for like manslaughter or something, because you kind of, this situation is only here because of you. Somebody's dead.
Exactly.
You, right?
I agree.
Which nobody is mad that your brother, went to have your back, because you said somebody put their hands on you, though you lied. So because of your lie, somebody is dead. And she needs to be found guilty of some sort of manslaughter. I think second degree murder is a little extreme, but based on, they probably could give her second.
Yeah, why not?
You kind of was like, handle it. To me, handle it. And somebody said you telling me
she may have said more than just handle it. I thought there was the word kill was in the text messages. I don't know.
Just shoot his shit up.
Oh, that's what. Okay, yeah, that's so.
So you intended to have him killed. So
No. You got to get correct. What she said was,
I'm Doja. They sleep. Yeah, we part of Just Posted Podcast, man. The best show on this network. Come on, check, girl.
Seriously, man. Just Posted. It's just me and Doja sitting back talking about what the fuck going on in the world.
Man, streets. We said labor of love. He said labor of love. I didn't say that shit. Shout out to, everybody coming to watch, though, man. We really appreciate y'all. Holla at y'all later.
Hey, man, this nigga just tall for no reason.
I'm gone.
And he do regular jobs. Don't forget that.
I didn't mean shoot him up, everything around him.
Bullets don't have names. Come on, man.
Say that dumb shit.
No, she said, then the prosecutor goes, or the defense attorney goes, so do you mean any of his family was like, no, just everything around him, but not people.
There are other houses on the side of him. A bullet can go anywhere.
Yeah.
Make it make sense. And maybe they need to make an example out of her. More women will be careful about just saying, and not to blame women. That's not what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
But not just call, wolf or say, I need help over here when you really don't necessarily even need the help, because you're the reason that this problem is actually going on.
Yep.
Yeah, I was upset that even went to trial though, Dom. Like,
yeah, that's how pissed I am, because that
messed up his career and everything.
That's what I was about to say. Did it impact his career?
Because to me, it's like, I'm gonna need restitution. Some sort of
restitution from her.
I know.
She got a BBL. They said she just got a BBL. She ain't got. She spent the last she got on that BBL.
Before the trial,
I feel like his career needs to be like, he needs to be reinstated. Like, come on, like at this point, it's like women are going to continue to do this. People are going to continue to do this. I'm not going to limit it just to women, but a lot of the cases that we hear about, it is women that react because they don't get their way in a situation, or that they become crazy.
What she said when the prosecutor said, so you're married, right? She's like, yes. He's like, did Travis know? He never asked. I was like,
where's the husband? Have we seen any information on?
No, and I'm not saying nothing either. If I was him, I'm not saying a goddamn thing.
But let me ask y'all this. Should the investigator who never checked for the guns that were thrown out, what are the repercussions for them at this point? Because right then and there.
Why'd you want to smash his car window?
Like I said, it wasn't intentional. I was just throwing things because I was upset.
And when you were throwing things, you were also screaming things at him, like you were going to send your brother Keyshawn over to kill him, right?
Never, ever, ever said the word kill at all.
Okay, so
4 men showed up at his front door.
And you told both of them that Travis had picked you up and slammed you to the ground, right?
Yes.
And that he had disrespected you.
Yes.
And you also sent a text message to Keyshawn at roughly 9:45 that Travis dropped you to the ground. Do you remember that?
Yep.
And in response to that text message, Keyshawn sent a group text message to you and Tyler Robinson that Travis is a dead man walking. Is that correct?
Yes.
And that's the message that you deleted from your phone, right?
No, I deleted the shoot his shit up message.
And you also deleted the dead man walking message.
Oh, I'm not sure. I don't remember if I did or not.
So you really weren't making a living as a real estate agent, right?
No, but I do have a mom and she's a medical assistant, so.
Okay. And you were living with your mom?
Correct.
Right? You had a conversation with a man about marriage, and you're still married to Andre Chusang. Is that correct?
Correct.
So you lied to Travis. You misled him, did you not?
Travis never asked me if I was married.
We could have nipped this in the bud.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, so what is the protocol? Y'all just saw Black and was like, oh, yeah, he guilty.
Yeah, he shot. He killed a person and shot him.
He killed no.
Here's a football player. Let's get him.
Yeah.
And low key, I feel like he might have been tricking on her. Now go with me on this.
Oh yeah.
She had a BBL done right before the shooting. She said that they asked her, "Hey, where do you work?" She's like, "I don't. I live with my mama. My mama's a nurse. So I'm like, how'd you get a BBL in? Because that's basically what the defense attorney was like alluding to, but they didn't say that of like, how did you get the money for it?
Oh, absolutely.
And she got it from Travis. I'm assuming.
Listen, when we get to the end cap, our night cap
the coup de grace.
Yeah, you know it. These niggas be tricking. They got it.
Yeah, and I got something on that though when we get to there because I like the tricking is getting out of hand at this point. We need to have a moratorium.
It's the side chicks that are getting out of hand.
I'm just mad at myself for not taking advantage of the situations, like the positions that I've been in to reap these rewards. I'm mad at myself, okay?
No,
it's
all
like,
right.
There's a price for everything. There's a price for everything.
Like the niggas was loving me, and I was like trying to hold out for this one nigga. Like I should have just been riding the wave.
It's not too late. It's not too late.
It's not too late.
Look, I'm not gonna let y'all sit here on my podcast and be talking reckless like
okay, Dwayne Wade. Okay.
Somebody that is going through some things is Anita Baker and Babyface. Babyface has now been kicked off the tour of late.
Okay, first of all, I just
did not even know about this. Don woke me up to this.
I am heartbroken.
2 days ago. This was 2 days ago. It went fast.
It went real fast. So they was arguing. And now today.
Well, no, Babyface didn't say nothing.
Babyface, okay, so okay.
Babyface is one of the type. He's a slick nigga, though, now. Keep in mind. He's ain't gonna say nothing. He's just gonna let it just ride.
Here's the thing. For those that don't know, Babyface and Anita Baker are on tour together. He is the special guest. We don't want to say open act, but that's pretty much essentially what he is. And so when the tour kicked off, I don't know if it was the first date or the second date, but Babyface was asked not to perform because so Anita Baker could perform her full set. They banned all this stuff was already.
It was a sound issue. It was a sound issue that made it be delayed to even start.
Yes, and so ultimately they were asked not to perform. He sent out a tweet about it, apologizing to people, but he'll see you on the next show or whatever. So they've been touring together. Ultimately, people jumped to conclusions and thought that because Anita Baker is notorious for like kind of being late, running behind, that it was Anita Baker's fault. So now we're gonna call them the LaFacers.
The LaFacers.
The LaFacers have been, like, they've been tweeting to her, right? So Babyface, however, never stepped in to say, hey, this is what the issue was. Like, let's circle back to this. Like, it's out there. Like, this is what the issue is. No need to come after like Anita Baker. I feel like I feel like he could have said that, and that
no, Dom, I'm gonna stop you there. This was a 20-30 year beef, though. He let simmer though to get his payback
from the lawsuit that they had.
He lost money. He lost money on Anita Baker not performing those songs. You know that, right? Because he promised the Warner Brothers that Anita Baker was going to perform them songs on Boomerang.
Oh shit! I see. I didn't
know. Nigga sat there with the 30 Laws of Power on your ass and waited 25, 30 years. He waited 30 years for his revenge. That's why he's like, I'm gonna put this little tweet out. I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm gonna let it just simmer. I ain't gonna say nothing. Hey, I'm sorry, y'all.
Okay. Well,
yeah, he lost money on that.
Okay.
That was on the face. And then you promised a record label that you Nita Baker's on here. You gotta think Nita Baker had an album in a minute. You promised that she's on these songs on Boomerang soundtrack. You done sold it as Anita Baker on 2 or 3 songs, and she's not on none of them.
Yes, because ultimately that's how we got Toni Braxton.
Toni Braxton's the one that sung the Anita Baker songs.
So she ultimately,
I don't know if you knew that.
When she heard the demo or whatever, and like turned it down, she was like, "Just have the young lady on the track sing. She sounds really, really good." So that's how we have Toni Braxton.
Okay.
But that's cool. No, but if you still pissed about something like that 30 years later, you need to go to therapy.
No, I'm not saying pissed.
So who made the decision for him to not? So it was like Anita Baker's people said, "Hey, you can no longer be a part of this." Is that what happened?
No. So it started out with that first incident that Dom is talking about. Then I don't know what was going on in the background, but Babyface ain't said nothing. His only tweet is that one tweet about that one tweet. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's very, very Machiavellian what he did there.
So can I read a few of the tweets?
Go ahead. This is the reading tweet section. Let's go.
Okay. When a friend is being attacked by your friends because of misinformation, fake news, and you have an opportunity to say something, correct it, it's a nice thing. It's the right thing to do. Reputation, peace, and safety matters. AB. Somebody said, "Lord, Auntie, who I need to pull up on." She said, "Out of kindness and community, your gift to them, $200,000 worth of production that you pay for, and still complain. They complain and hold up the show and slander and villainize your name to social media, blogs, and press. Massa and Plantation." So she put that picture up of Samuel L. Jackson holding on to Leonardo DiCaprio. And so somebody, I guess, has said to her, she was telling them that it was 9:30 p.m. Contractually, it's way past the for the headliner to perform, to be on stage. Anita Baker, supporting act, did not perform. I have no contract with the supporting act. Not my call. I did what I was contracted to do as a headliner to my sold out show. She said, "This truth will never reach all the places and the people that the slander and intentional fake news has been deliberately sent to. I don't really do press. It's exhausting. I'm simply here to sing. I'm praying for the truth and it reaches my global fan place, so my reputation is restored." And so somebody said, "With all due respect, did you call the Babyface an opening act?"
The Babyface.
And she said,
"The Babyface.
Yes, dearest one, you are not privy to the contracts. Yes, Babyface is a special guest supporting act on my tour. This false narrative of co-headline is creating unrealistic expectations and aggression from his fans toward me. He should tell you guys the truth."
So could there have been a conversation where they could
have been a conversation?
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
like, why do we have to mess the concert
Babyface
up?
is a little petty little nigga, for the record. He's a petty little nigga. He's a quiet petty nigga. Y'all know a quiet petty nigga when y'all see him. And y'all find out and you be like, "Oh, he a little petty little cat though." But he don't talk that much. Real laid back. "Oh no, just I'm doing what I can do though." Remember how the shade he was throwing at Teddy Riley when it was on the verses? Like,
Because I've never heard of Anita Baker being in any type of real controversy.
Oh, that is not true.
No, I didn't know that.
That's what we're gonna get to. Now, go to the second part of the saga.
Look, I got a picture where somebody had posted of her.
No,
from
that's
a
why Anita Baker
headline.
didn't
It
talk for a long
says,
time.
Anita Baker's attorneys call lawsuit a money grab. So she,
she's been notorious for being an extra diva, though. Period.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. See, I'm learning new things because I didn't know that. Okay.
It goes back to the original thing, the boomerang, when she's supposed to show up to record, and then she says, "Oh, I'm going through postpartum," which is, I'm not sure, it could have been, but it was 3 years later, after her son was born. She's like, "I'm still going through postpartum. I'm not going to show up. Get this girl Tony that you got that sing the song. Let her do it."
Yeah, let her do it. Yep.
I'm not gonna speak.
But I already promised MCA, Warner Brothers, Anita Baker's gonna be on 2-3 songs on here.
Yeah, that's messed up.
Honestly, I get it, but like Toni Braxton is like one of the best things that ever happened to life.
Yeah, things happen for a reason. I mean,
so I don't know if you saw that. Who was that? Ray. I actually found that clip with Questlove talking about how Babyface was being interviewed. He's like, "Yeah, sing like you singing in water, like Anita Baker." When she was singing 7 whole days, she was like, "Sing like you singing this in the water when you're doing 7 whole days, like Anita Baker."
Oh,
little shit. But it was like, it wasn't like Roy was aggressive. He was like, it was almost like, it was like the way he stated it was like a factual thing of like, "Yeah, singing some water like you're Anita Baker," and like it just slid right through. You have to really catch that shade. That shade was like
no. That shade was loud and clear.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't. You're like, "Oh, okay, yeah."
Loud.
But then Anita Baker just went off the handle though, because Babyface still hasn't responded. So
yeah, I mean, he just put the post up saying that he was, unfortunately, pretty much that they, he won't be touring anymore with her. And
no, the other tweets before was the worst ones when she tried to get the beehive on him. She's like,
I forgot that. So I forgot. I saw you, girl. Okay, so here's the crazy part. So they were still arguing. I sent to Daryl. I was like, does she realize what she potentially just did? But she said, actually, when this came out, everyone talked about how horrible Beyonce was, how horrible an actor Beyonce was, right? Mm-hmm. She retweets that and said, "He hates Beyonce as well. Kenny's crazies." Yes.
So that's almost equal as to the girl with Trevor. Like that's sending out hitmen.
The Beehive gets crazy, and I'm saying this as a hiver. Like now, I'm not swarm crazy, but you say something and Beyonce get caught in the crossfire. I'm like, what the fuck Beyonce do to you?
I know right now. I do.
I'm like, what? Here says something about Beyonce, and why you coming for her? Like, I'm that person.
We have no records of Kenny even saying nothing bad about Beyonce.
We don't. Now I will say this. I would like for him to write her a song, a really good love song. Mm-hmm. That hasn't happened. But maybe Anita Baker knows something that we don't know. He really does hate Beyonce.
Now, I think a reverses need to be Babyface versus Anita Baker. Let's do this.
Dog, here's the thing.
She may not show up, so I don't know.
She might not show up.
We don't want to get everybody there, and then.
and I'm gonna be honest. Like, I was so looking forward to seeing Babyface and Anita Baker perform. And the fact that this isn't happening, I'm gonna still see Anita Baker, but I'm gonna need for now what will be
Joe would be a good replacement.
No.
Yeah.
I want to be petty.
Oh no.
I want Babyface to book the venue across town the same day, because don't forget, because you bought tickets under the impression that you was also gonna see Babyface. You can get your money back. Because she did say, refunds, if you want to, you can get a refund. I don't know. That's a toss-up. I might go see Babyface And I love Anita Baker. My
Hey,
mom.
I saw Babyface in Dallas. He does a dope show.
Really?
Like,
okay.
Yeah.
And you know he gonna be in his bag pulling out the gas. I don't think Babyface gets the credit that he is like is deserving of. Mm-hmm. And people say, no, yeah, people, give him a shot. I say, no, people are not giving Babyface his just due because
he has some of his lyrics are very simple though.
I don't care. Is it a hit?
Yeah, no. I love Babyface. I'm just saying that would be the drawback of Babyface's music is that he does have simple lyrics.
But it don't always gotta be complex.
Yeah.
Listen, this is
I think a lot of brothers and I love Babyface. I love him to death. One of my favorite songs, "I Love You Girl" by Babyface. The song "Soon as I Get Home from Work" is very, very problematic for me. Very,
why?
very problematic. He is. If you listen to the song, he's talking about somebody else's girl, and then also simping at the same time.
Sometimes let's just be good like that, Daryl. Now go on.
But I got songs like that where I'm real into the song, right. But when I really get into the lyrics, I'm like, wait a minute, did she just say something about,
Yeah, he literally said,
one night stand? I ain't with the one night stands, but this song sound good.
Listen, okay, and Babyface has done something like he has this album called Girls Night Out, and it's a couple of joints on there that I just love. Like he has a joint with Coco Jones called Dog, which oddly is called Simple, since you want to talk about Babyface and his simple lyrics.
And as soon as I get home from work, he goes, your man be tripping. I'll pay, but I'll still pay your rent. Run you some bath water too. As soon as you get home from work. Y'all both nodding y'all head. All my players out there, I hope y'all like this is the worst situation ever. Potentially. I'm also the side dude, and I'm running your bath water and paying your bills. What you gotta do for?
Because he is playing the game that a lot of side niggas, every side nigga ain't like emotionless. Like there are some dudes that are resting in that space and waiting for the day that we break up with our dudes. Like,
yeah,
that's some sucker shit though. But that's sucker shit though. That's sucker shit.
For
that's
you,
that's dirty macking. That's dirty macking.
Well, think about how we're looking at the women out here that they make a like that's their life.
You don't cuddle after sex, and I don't know this personally. You said it on the show.
I'm sorry.
So
I said what now?
Cuddle after sex, so of course you're gonna think
that's not true. That's not true.
Wait a minute.
That's not true. I said that I like to. I'm working a lot. I will cuddle if need be.
If need be.
That ain't what he said.
So wait a minute.
Girl is an Aquarius girl. He and depending on what time he was born, depending on what his Venus
it's Virgo. It's Virgo. That's what me and my daughter get along. It's Virgo rising in mine. I have no problem with. We not just hating me. Hold on, stop that.
You said it here. It was some episodes ago.
Mm-hmm.
I have no problem with cuddling. Stop. Full stop.
Right.
I have no problem with that.
I didn't put words in his mouth.
I'm always thinking. I'm always right. I'm doing something.
But you don't go to sleep, like, you know what I'm saying? Like if it's late at night, or
I will. Yeah, I will. But I have like crazy. So I wake up like 3 a.m. I like text down like, yo, I got an idea for this. Like I just wake up. I sleep at random times. So I may sleep till 3 and then get up and then go do some work.
But if your partner were to say to you, hey, this is what I like in terms of intimacy, these are my expectations, do you think that you would make an effort to shift some things?
I mean,
too long.
It did. I'm still gonna get up when I feel like.
And I'm saying this as a person. I'm an Aquarius, dated an Aquarius.
Hey, I hate you, dog.
It'd be a tussle. So half the time when I be wanting to like bang on my dude, I give him grace because of Daryl, being honest. And then my homeboy Mikey, that's my other Aquarius brother. It's because this nigga ain't dumped again because of them two. They like, you know how we be. You get it, and I'm like,
it's just
he'll live to see another day.
We're not romantic dudes. We're not all that stuff though. But we gonna ride for you though. We gonna make sure you dope, and we'll have a good time. But we're not romantic. I'm not a romantic dude. I know I'm not.
Telling you, it was a post about somebody getting proposed to, and it was like in front of their family. You could kind of like see that's probably not what the person really wanted, right? And I was like, everybody was like, how do you think your partner, or what would be your ideal proposal or whatever? I said, I kid you not, the guy that I'm seeing, if he proposed to me, he would wake up one morning and say, "You want to get married?" And then I'd be like, "What?"
Yeah,
and
I wouldn't do a public proposal.
And I told him that. He was like, busted out laughing. He's like, "That is some shit I would definitely do. Do that shit." Okay, so that's cool.
So he's an Aquarius.
He's an Aquarius.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, yo, bro, like that's cool, but make sure that's not stateside. Like, and looking out of the ocean.
Okay, yeah, like you're traveling or something like that. But again, if your partner tells you that they like
Cincinnati for work, and be like, "Hey, check it out. You know, you see that little river over the, right there, though, that little dirty river right there. Turn around. Bam."
I hope not the Mississippi.
No, I would say Cincinnati. I don't even know what river.
Okay, because golly.
It's Cincinnati. All right, Dom, you ready for the coup de grace?
I'm ready.
Since we talking about tricking, yo, this is. I don't even know how to even express this.
It wasn't. Listen, just like Babyface and Anita wasn't on our bingo card. We wasn't expecting this at all, right?
But
and
we should have known this was Zion Williamson been sliding in porn stars DMs though since he got in the league though, low key.
Here's the thing.
I'm not even been knowing that though. That's been on the men blogs for a while.
Here's the issue. I don't slide, skate, whatever you want to do. I just never mind. That's fucked up if I say that.
So okay, let me start off. Zion Williamson,
you like this Jordan Woods knockoff. You bad build. You look like I don't know if it's like all the silicone or whatever like that's.
But our perception of women sometimes is so different than men's perception of women.
Because you're absolutely right. They see a big ass and they want to fuck,
and they see the things that they're. Yeah, so that's how they.
No, we see that shit fake too. Don't get it twisted. It's just we just understand and know that that's playtime, and then it's serious time on another side of whatever it may be. Period. With anyone.
Okay, so knowing that it's playtime, why not?
I ain't spending that much money on playtime. I know that. I ain't spending that much money on playtime. I know that. That's for sure. Well, that's an investment. That's your lady. That amount of money is my lady. I'm investing in her.
How much was he giving her per month?
Baby, we gonna get to it.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, like 20 to 50 grand a month.
And sometimes I don't think it was a month. I think it was multiple times a month.
Yeah. So the problem is that he and it's something I've always wondered about when it comes to internet girls and being bad or whatever. What happens when you've been fantasizing about these women you've been seeing online and you come into bread like that? What does that mean for you as a man? Oh no, I'm Zion Williamson now. I've been looking at her OnlyFans and her pornos or whatever she's been doing forever. Yeah. And now I have access to her.
So that's the thing. It's that this gives you, that's with anybody. It opens up the floodgates. So let's say I got all this money. Now I'm hanging in rooms with Yaya or Michael B, Jordan. And now I'm like, oh shit. So we know what comes with that. It goes kind of both ways, but I think men just sometimes the the idea is that y'all are a little more lusty than us. And
well, no, but yours is more of an organic situation, though, Dom. Even though you're saying in the room, these young cats, they feel, I got a blue check.
Right.
I can jump
That's what I'm
into
saying. So
this girl's DMs and she's gonna respond to me now because I'm Zion Williamson now. Not like we in the room and I'm like chopping it up and I'm gaming you up and we talking, blah blah blah. We having a good time.
But
that's a different thing.
With money comes, a level of access. So the access might not be person to person. It might be, DM to person, right? So it's still the same, but it's like now where I'm gonna, because depending on how her messages are set up, if they're set up like mine, there's a request that I don't even really be looking at because of that.
Hers got the blue check available for her to get hit up. Stop it.
Because if you're not following, like it's one thing if they was following each other and somebody sent a message, but let's say she wasn't following him, like he might not have been on her radar. Also because there's like a 10-year age gap, so he might not be on her radar. So he sends her a message. She has to go through and approve the message or whatever to.
But doesn't the blue check automatically get through?
Mm-mm.
I mean, I'm talking before they changed it up. I thought before the blue check will automatically get through.
Mm-mm. Only if you're following each other.
Okay.
So, and then some people have it set up where you can't even, it has to be one of those things where that person is following you, where you could, like, they could send a message. It's like a whole bunch of different settings. So, with that being said, it's like, okay, yeah, we also know him to play in the snow a little bit. So all of this, like him announcing that he having a baby with a black chick. Then from that, now you got this porn star like spilling all your tea. Dog, it's
he needs to have some better people around him because literally stuff should have been in place. Like it's just not making sense. And on top of that, I think it's kind of weird because it's like if this woman is really like the get money type that she says, if you're getting your money, why are you coming out here trying to hate on him now that he's having a kid? Did you really think? Like, I'm confused.
Like listen,
quiet. Girl, get your money and just keep going. Why do you need to say all of this and let us know? Like, it's not adding up for me.
The math is not mathing because he probably was selling her a dream like they was gonna be together. Don't forget, she was getting her hair done the way he wanted her to get her hair done. He wanted her to wear waist beads. She was getting fillers removed from her body. She was supposed to get her butt smaller. All these different things to appease this man, like to be in this relationship. She thought they was in a relationship. They was raw dogging.
All right, let me ask y'all ladies this. And I don't know, maybe you all may be down with it. If there's a dude, because Moriah Mills is what, 33 or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's 21. Y'all, I know, even with money, I feel a 21-year-old.
That's too young for me.
With y'all like that because it's not like what do we do? Like, what's the season of your life? The game, like experiences, discussion, conversation. That shows her low level as well as a woman to think that a 21-year-old dude or 22-year-old dude is gonna be a super all about you and you in your 30s.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what the fuck that mean? You in your 30s?
Well, yeah, we ain't in it. I can understand because trust me, a lot of younger guys now literally try to holler at me all the time, and I'm like, wait a minute, you're my nephew's age. It's uncomfortable. Like I can never talk to someone in their early 20s. But
what the fuck that mean, Daryl? You 30 something. Circling back.
Look here, y'all already are more mature than us. And that's like in 10 years is like 30 years of maturity.
But this woman is not more mature necessarily.
No, I'm just saying.
I think this is it goes back into unfortunately a sense of what we value, self-worth, how we put things into like people instead of putting into ourselves. Because don't forget, during like lockdown and stuff, like when, what was it like Fred Hammond and somebody had a versus. She was in them comments talking about giving her life to God. She
was?
Oh, y'all don't remember that?
I don't even know who this woman was. So
yeah, like not wanting to do porn, like all of this stuff, like turning a new leaf.
Oh, so she's that shit crazy then, basically.
But think about this: he's easier access. Because it's easier to manipulate younger guys. I mean, let's just be real. Like
but that's my point, though. That's my point.
So she could run some game on him. That some of these dudes, like Drake and them, they just a little bit older now. They still get, it'll still happen with them, but maybe they're not looking at her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some of the men in her age group, she's already been passed through around them. So it's like, let me start fresh with these younger guys, and I can, be able to manipulate them a little bit.
I mean, look at the situation with Brittany Renner and Homeboy that we talked about.
PJ Washington.
So it's another situation where, and I mean, she's not 10 years older than him. She just looks a little older.
No, she's close to 10 years.
Well, I was gonna say she was
like 9.
I was trying to be cute and keep it polite, but so it's the same thing. But also, you wonder. Somebody was saying something like, where are they mentors, like, of people that got them, like the older cats that's in the league. But to me, it's like, okay, yeah, they can tell you this, they can guide you and give you, but you still gonna do what you want to do because your dick is talking at the end of the day. But it's like, it goes back to this. I consistently tell my homeboys, I'm like, you're playing with fire, you need an NDA. And I'm like, I'm telling you this from a standpoint of seeing your future probably before you can see where you're headed and what's going on. Like it's up, but when it's up, like you don't want to be stuck in a fucked up place where you shoveling out money to get a bitch to shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Or putting your information out on the internet or whatever, because that's not how we rolling. So let's take precautions now. So this won't be a problem later down the line. So you got a gag order on somebody. If that's how you rolling and somebody say something, you can sue them.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people, they got stuff to lose. And I'm like, and I know as terrible as that sounds, but it's, yeah. So
now read some of these selected tweets. Is like read selected passages from the Moriah Mills verse 1. Chapter 1, verse 2.
I hate you. Oh God. Hashtag Zion Williamson. Looks like you've had a girlfriend and been sleeping with other women behind my back. Congrats, Zion Williamson. I'm happy for you. Is she crazy?
Yeah, she was going in and out of it.
Yeah. She got that
I'm not pregnant too, because I'm definitely late at Zion Williamson.
Why do we need to know that?
I was with you last week in New Orleans. Sorry, y'all. You couldn't tell me you had a random thought pregnant after all I've done for you. I let you fuck so many times without a condom, and this is what you do to me. A good rat that does CPN. I guess she's supposed to be a CNA.
No. Let me.
A certified public accountant is a CPN.
No. Y'all ain't got this.
CPN, because I was like, maybe she's trying to call her CNA. Is that
no? She does OnlyFans stuff though, but she ain't like on the level as her, like as a porn star. She does OnlyFans.
Okay. I was like, maybe she's.
So he's got 2 porn stars, one semi porn star and another porn star.
Right. And then she said, I warned you about trapping these hoes and you didn't listen to me. I know the game fucked you, and congrats again. The bill was too high, so you had to scrap for crumbs when you couldn't see me or I was busy. Also, part of the time, the messages she leaked also were Snapchat messages, but what do I know?
So can somebody help me understand why you would be sending Snapchat messages with somebody that you're supposed to be dealing with? That already lets you know you're not major in their life. Why would I be Snapchat? Like, I don't Snapchat nobody I'm really dealing with. It's crazy. Did we not learn anything from Tristan? Like, why? Help me understand, ma'am.
Leah. I let you spit in my mouth last week when we fucked.
Oh. Lord, again, like somebody get this lady.
You had another whore pregnant. How is that gonna work? Moving us both to New Orleans? You think I wouldn't have found out?
That's what I'm saying. She didn't know her place. She's confused.
And so she also said, "Hold on, I think I got."
No, you got that's the Old Testament.
That's the Old Testament.
There's a New Testament too that dropped on Sunday.
Sunday, I got one.
That's the New Testament is a little bit deeper. You know what I'm saying?
I sent you this morning, or are you fake working out again? Like what, girl?
Somebody better get her for she pull up on him. I would have to have some security at this point because she's sounding like, you know, she might snap.
So now she's showing text messages. So she said, "You so jealous I couldn't leave the hotel without you and Nola because you thought I was seeing some other men there." The wrong form of there, by the way. She said THEIR. So I hate you, Zion Williamson. You treated me like a sex doll girlfriend. Where you really working out? Were you really working out, or with the next bitch getting her pregnant while you locked me in hotel rooms? So in this screenshot, it is her. She sent him a video, and she's like clearly naked, and he said, "I'm gonna see you tonight. Damn, I can't wait." She was like, "Okay, baby, I'm gonna head to the movies." He was like, "What movie? With who?" So she didn't show what her response was. She's like, "What bitch was you fucking on April 22nd for that scare? I'm sure more hoes gonna come out soon. I hate you. Dead rose emoji. I'm over this."
Oh no, the New Testament of Moriah Mills is like 40 or 50 tweets, like something.
It is still. This is Sunday's tweets.
Yeah,
these are Sunday tweets. She was like, "Culinary class school that I was supposed to attend this fall has now been pushed back because you lied to me, and you were supposed to pay my fees. Now a baby is coming. You say you wanted me."
Wait a minute. He was supposed to pay her fees. Why? She got her own money. Why she can't pay for her school if she need to go?
Well, because he told her he would. She said, "You wanted me out of the business and off the internet. You made me post this on my gram back in April. Now this. I'm hurt, baby. How could you?"
But she the post said again. She pushed people to OnlyFans again.
Yeah, she said the post said, "This is my last day. You will all see me on the internet. I'm deleting all my social media accounts and OnlyFans page. I'm ready to live my life and ready for my private life." So he told her to post that. So it's just her saying she hate him.
21, 22 years of age.
Why
are you trusting a man 21, 22 as a 30-some-year-old woman?
She said, these are some of the dollar amounts. You ready?
Go ahead. You want to know the money, Nia? Here you go.
Thanks for the gifts you gave me last week. Not sure why you wanted to make me upset again. It's all good. You have responsibilities now. You will be mad if your $107,000 monthly allowance may have been cut because of a trap baby. I'm not posting all the receipts of this. So one deposit was $25,000. Another one was $10,000. Another one was $20,000. So he was tricking.
And she did not have to let us all know.
She said, "I'm not able to get back to work."
Kept this going.
That's what I'm saying. Like she should have been trying to, build up some stuff. Like, ma'am, I'm gonna make sure.
She should send a text on like, "Is this gonna stop our arrangement? Is this baby gonna stop our arrangement?"
Like none of this, ma'am. Like, did you really think this man was about to marry you?
She wanted to be on the summer drink. She wanted to be out sitting there as the wife.
She wanted to be on Basketball Wives.
Yep.
She thought she was gonna get on Basketball Wives.
She wanted to flip her life up and being like, "Oh, I'm up in the box seats. I'm over here. I'm Zion's girl. Hey, how y'all doing?"
She wanted to hang out with the Basketball Wives, go to the brunches, and go to the camping trips, ski trips, and but and I'm not I think the wildest part of it all is that this went on for days. And it just got progressively worse and worse. And then she would come back and be like, she love you. Like, I love you. Like, girl, go get some help.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Video of her on Wendy Williams?
Huh?
You see that video of her on Wendy Williams?
Well, yeah, that old video where Wendy was like, well, when you
put plastic on your body.
And when you agree with people like Wendy Williams,
I know it's real bad, right?
It's bad.
So she's been in the game for a while.
Yeah, Mariah's been
in the game for a minute.
Yeah, I bet like 6-7 years maybe.
Okay.
But her notorious thing is that she doesn't have sex with black dudes in porn, is what the players be saying.
Yeah.
What are you saying? So she's what?
She don't really. I don't think I've ever really seen her in a porn with a black dude.
Yeah, she tried to get money. Like she tried to only get like big money with the white porn company. She never had sex with black men on camera.
And maybe here's the thing. Maybe it's a strategic thing.
No, it's a strategic thing.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that because she, you know, at the end of the day, she probably like clearly loved black men, and so this is the line that separates. So I can still enjoy somewhat of a normal life with the people that I would prefer to date. So maybe that's why. But
when are these athletes?
And let's be clear, I'm not. Dom, I've seen her work. It ain't that great.
It's not. It's not at all. It's not that good at all. She's actually pretty.
She's getting over on being cute, somewhat cute, and then she started messing with her face, and then was messing with her body. Mm-hmm. So now you just look a mess. So it's like there needs to be a class where people teach men and women like how to maneuver in certain spaces, like the do's and the don'ts.
You're never gonna have that.
Yeah, it's like, okay, if this is the route that you want to be in, these are the guidelines. So just like when it comes to men, like I was telling my homegirl the other day, because she was like, this guy was just being so creepy. I was like, it doesn't sound like he was being creepy. I think he was trying to make small talk with you, but didn't really know what to say. So to you, it's appearing a certain way because what you're saying, I'm like, it's not like he just. Some men get nervous, and then you get some men that are a little more confident or whatever and comfortable, and they can just navigate those spaces. So there needs to be a conversation that happens where it's like, okay, these are the cues that you need to pick up on. Or if you're gonna keep the conversation going, how is this person being receptive? Like, don't keep talking, like just let it go. When it comes to women and wanting to be in spaces like this, okay. One, do know that you are probably the side chick. There is probably a girl that he is dating that he does not post, that he does not go out with, and they probably have an understanding or whatever. But if you are going to date a person that's this high profile and they have this level of you, this is how you need to navigate.
Yeah.
But also telling these niggas, yo, any bitch, NDA. Just even if it's a quick fuck. I'm sorry.
But they do have classes for the guys now. The classes for the guys, like Brittany, what is it, Rainer? I guess she's been going and speaking to the athletes and like giving them some, I guess, insight into, the side chick thought mentality. But are they processing it?
But Nia, you was asking a question. You was like, when will the athletes learn? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, like I'm saying, if all these athletes keep seeing all of this happen, why can't a man find a woman who's still sexual that they can have fun with, that's not gonna go tell the whole world, and she's intelligent? Why do they never deal with those type of women versus?
You just saw Paul Pierce. We just saw about Paul Pierce earlier, up here buying random women, and he older than me. He 44, 45 years old.
Because it's still with that still comes of a level of responsibility that they don't want to deal with. So it's like the same concept of like where men, I've heard black men say that they won't slut out a black chick because it's too familiar to them. Like, oh, I got sisters, I got a mama, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, but you're not having sex with them. So if you got a person that wants to be sexual with you, like have let's kick it. But you like, well, you would rather go and do certain things with somebody else. So it's like they mind. Unfortunately, they just don't
It's
get
called the Madonna whore complex.
Sure.
It's the idea of like, I don't want to like defile my woman, or like I don't want one that's defiled of like this extra sexual thing with them necessarily. Some dudes have that.
Yeah, it's really weird to me. But like I said, I'm pretty game for a lot of stuff. I just don't like butt play. I'll play in your butt, but I don't like butt play. I feel like that's fair.
Obviously, we know from the pagan episode. Obviously, you must be.
I don't. He won't let me. I can't even lick the gooch. He's so prude. Like, that's a conversation for another day. But yeah, I don't know. So it's like really weird to me because I'm just like, girl, also, like, you're mad because somebody looked at you like a sex doll.
What you present is what people process, right? So if you present yourself in this type of way, then that's how you're going to be received. Like, it just is what it is. What else could it be besides that? Like,
and unfortunately, yes, you are a sex worker. So outside of your line of work, you should be treated with dignity and respect, right? But based on the conversation, the things that he's saying to you, it's like he don't see past that. And I had to tell this guy that one time. Was that you, Daryl? I was telling you how this guy was asking me and my homegirl questions because he's friends with like a former sex star. And so now she like has like a normal job. She has like I think her son is like in high school. I think she might work at like a bank and like financial advisor or something.
Mm-hmm.
He still looks at her like a sex, like a porn star. Though she's been removed from this industry for like so many years, like 15 years.
No,
I was like,
if he has an association with her, like,
yeah,
oh, man, you know,
like if he knew her from then and he saw her in that. But let me ask you guys this: if she was to run into someone and meet someone years later, and she doesn't disclose that information, is that okay for that person? Like, do people have to know if you had a past like that?
I would assume in general, if you look like her, you was into something like that. That's the way she.
It would. You would know. Okay.
I would still. I'm like, yo. I'd be like, yo, what you do before? You just, you know, like you just ain't no accountant, like looking like this.
You know, and think too, like back in the day, like girls, like a lot of the girls, like. BBLs, fat transfer, all this stuff has always been a thing. But like, if anything, like for the most part, bitches was getting their titties done. Yeah. You know, they might get a little lipo. So all this BBL culture that we really have now is like that. It's a phenomenon. Like, you know, like a lot of the porn stars, like they always had ass, so they would go get their titties done. So it's like different, you know, then to now because it's. I don't know, like, but like you said, you would kind of have some sort of idea. The industry she was in. Now, if you, I would, I'm not gonna say it would be a need to know. I think for a guy, if that's gonna date her, as you know, their main requirement gonna be you clean. Like, what's your blood work coming back as, you know? So I don't know, but also like people again deserve to have another life. Like I know it was this one porn star. It was some porn documentary that I watched. And it was like Asia Carrera no longer did porn. She moved to like some other town or whatever, you know, enroll her kid like in like the daycare or school or whatever. And ultimately her past followed her. And so they ended up kicking the kid out of the daycare just solely because she used to do porn. Because like one of the parents, somebody said something. And so they didn't want her kid being, you know, like, so those things happen. So ultimately, I think people will disclose it, but I think that people are also entitled to starting over, regardless of whatever age that looks like. That's, you know, we talk about that all the time, but that should not exclude sex workers. Yeah, I did this. I stripped. I was in medical school. This is how I paid for school. So I'm not going to be like, oh, like, I saw you stripping at.
I think stripper is different than porn star, though. That's a different. That's a big difference.
It's still a line of sex work. It is still a line of sex work, whether it is like they touching you or not, because there's still a level of that, and depending on where you go. Like now out here, it is two different types of strip clubs. So if we got titty bars where they serve alcohol, and if you get fully naked, they don't serve alcohol. So for the most
that's all
part,
the West Coast spots. Yeah, that's all the West Coast spots. Vegas like that too.
So whereas, you know, like back home, bottles of bitches be fully naked and we got alcohol. So I think it depends on the region, but it's still a line of sex work. In hindsight, it's more soft born, but it's still the same industry, and so people should be able to do what the fuck they want to do. But unfortunately, you are dealing with a young cat that saw your, which again,
you gotta think about, she went out 6-7 years before he, like, I think she came out maybe like, let's say mid 2010s.
And if
he was in high school,
that's what I was about to say. So he in high school and like, damn, like this big booty bitch or whatever, blah blah blah, cute girl. And again, like you said, she be fucking white dudes. So, but now it was a suggested video, and then you saw her, and you know, so you clicked on it.
And then you get to the draft and like, hey, I'm gonna slide in her DMs and see.
Yep.
Hey, why don't you come see me? I'll give you 10 grand if you come see me.
Yeah.
And then it probably just went up from there. Like, okay, I got her this one time. Now I'm going, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay.
But
if you come to see me every month, it's another 5 grand every month. If you come see me.
And so it just gets from there. But it's also her thinking
She's immature though, because if she's a real gangster though, she would have just been like send a text. Hey, has our arrangement changed? Like, I mean, I know you got a baby. I'm upset about it.
When you be fucking people and niggas be selling you dreams. So it's on both of them. Like, it's his fault for not having her sign like an NDA.
Only 22. He don't know what selling dreams mean yet.
But it's still.
Yeah, but he knows that he's going into the league. He has a manager, an agent. Like,
he's only 22.
It doesn't matter.
His full frontal cortex and even got to 25.
But like Mia said, look, yo, he got managers, he got a publicist, he got an agent, he got an accountant. You got all of this. There's somebody on your team that is just as big of a star as you are, and you see it happen all the time, whether it be in the league, it be in whatever industry. Look at Kevin Hart. So it happens like all the time. But then you also think about people that you don't hear about. Dang, like I don't never hear a scandal about this person or that person. Could it be that it's this? Like, how were they able to maneuver through this space? Because I know, even though they come across as this family man, they got all this shit together, I know they fucking extra pussy.
Because they got the right people around them, and they have the checkpoints. Like, there's just no way. So
it is about the company you keep. Oh yes. Hold on. This is weird. I don't got no pen.
He shouldn't have even been responding to her messages, though. You know what I'm saying?
Well, no, he was like sending her text messages saying like, "Hey, take all them tweets down. You tripping?" Like a part of.
But he shouldn't have even.
I might have my lawyer reach out.
Yeah, I wouldn't have even ever said anything else. I don't understand why he continued with the back and forth community. I wouldn't have said
22, 23. That's my point.
Yeah.
You think it's a 22, 23-year-old dude. He literally is just a young dude, just trying to saw this girl on the porn sites. It was like, I got enough bread to get at her. That's all he thought.
I think it was Jehovah's Witnesses.
Jehovah's Witnesses?
You whispering?
Because they still outside the door. It's like, English, and I was like, no, I wasn't.
Oh, girl, you was better than me opening up your door because, baby, look,
I didn't shit. I didn't open up shit.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, because I looked through those blinds. I'm like, if I didn't stand for you.
I don't have no. I'm like, look, I was like, it's 6 something. I'm like, that ain't the maintenance dude. Like, hell no.
You came up with a good business idea, I feel, from this though. Like
I
there
know,
needs to
right?
be an agency where they set you up with, maybe they don't set you up with the people, but they run the background checks for you and everything. They make sure that all the documents have been signed and in place.
Okay, so I think we created a business idea here. This is our shit. Don't nobody steal it. Let me call Rich Paul when we get off the phone, and the StreamYard.
Yeah.
No, I don't know Rich Paul.
Okay,
but
that's for real.
Because I was thinking about that when it all went down. I sent it, one of the tweets, to my partner. I was like, and that's why I told you to do an NDA, even if it's just for one, because you people love, like I said, the sensationalism, the clouds, that 15 minutes, like where people, especially if you like a girl, like, like that's more low key. Yeah, you probably got a following, but you really trying to, and people like, what you talking about, like, or who is this person? Like, all it takes is like, just being in the right shot of a photo, and you can create a whole narrative because you was in the background of a photo and Drake was coming out of a restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
And you never had any interaction with Drake. Mm-hmm. Like, remember the story about how the girl was like, Drake slid in her DMs to like fly her out or something?
Yeah.
People was believing the story. And I'm looking and I was like, okay, it's the girls that Drake dates always maybe aesthetically pleasing to me? No. But I'm looking at your ceiling and you got a popcorn ceiling. No. I'm pretty sure with these like, I don't think you're his type. Mm-hmm. But so many blogs was running that story.
Yeah.
So you just gotta, I would rather you spend the extra money to take those extra precautions than for you to be cheap and then now you in this situation.
And now we got to hear about this.
Yeah, I'm like, girl. I was like, oh, girl, like, let it go. Mm-hmm. Like, we are tired. I don't think she tweeted today. Thank God.
Yeah, hopefully somebody, her friend, a family member.
But she don't have any. That was the whole thing with the Wendy Williams thing, talking about how she really didn't have friends. And Wendy Williams was kind of like checking her on some shit. Like, well, you look a certain way and people probably are intimidated by you, like by your appearance. Mm-hmm. And this is before she looked what she looked like now. So yeah. I just, niggas gotta do better. Like, yeah, we can make fun of Moriah all day, but she at one point, yeah, did she fumble her bag? Absolutely. Because this nigga tricked off all this money on her. But it's like at the end of the day, this is on you, dude. Like, yes, you are young, but it's different. You gotta get you are better.
Mm-hmm. Gotta do better.
And then you gonna donate $250,000 to some this organization and thinking we gonna forget. No, because the bitch kept tweeting. We always tell like, girl, you need to go have a spa day because you get on all of our nerves.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Never did I think in 2003 I'd be tweeting about Moriah Mills or talking about her, let alone like.
Yeah, I was surprised that this all was that was some underground porn shit. I didn't even know that would even come to the mainstream.
No, it's mainstream because think about it. Like, okay, he ain't Zion Williamson is a star. Is he a superstar? No. Could he be? Possibly.
If he's not hurt.
That's what I was going to say. Okay. So I don't know.
Shout out to as we wrap up. Shout out to all the South Carolina boys. They talked about your other boy. You know they played on that same AAU team together.
Who's my other boy?
Memphis.
Oh.
They played in the same AAU team. They had a poster called Buns and Guns.
I saw. Dog. Okay. Okay, so the Nuggets won last night, womp, but whatever. Good, that's the first time in franchise history. But okay, Adam Silver, like the season is over. What's gonna happen? Because I know they, huh?
The draft's next week.
Well, no, I'm talking about what's gonna happen with his like fate, Ja Morant.
Ja? Okay.
Because I know that they were saying at minimum it was gonna be like a 28 game suspension. But I'm like, is that really gonna do something? Like,
Maybe they send him Moriah Mills. Maybe that's what we do, is send Ja Moriah Mills to keep him in check.
I'm just like, I know people are saying that they think it's like we talked about this, a mental health issue with even him. And Moriah Mills definitely has some mental issues. You know, we clearly. But I don't know if I just think the guy is stupid.
I can see that.
Is that a mental illness, just being stupid? Because you know, some of the dudes in the league, like everybody ain't Kobe, LeBron, or you know, Chris Paul or KD, where they, you know, have some level of intelligence, but I just think the guy is just stupid. And it could just really be that simple.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it makes sense. All right, Nia, thank you for coming on. Let everybody know where they can check out your show and everything you got going on.
Oh, yeah. Y'all can check me out at niaolivia.com. I have lifestyle content, so like travel vlogs, relationships, reviews, just talking about life purpose and all of that. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, I hope you have fun with us. We be talking crazy shit, you know.
Yeah, look, I was like, okay. But yeah, this was good. This was a good conversation. I love it.
Don, where can everybody hit you up at, and where can they get check out all your stuff?
Hey man, you bit my boob and my finger the other day. I'm tired.
Make sure you say you're talking to a dog.
Now. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Not Daryl. Not Daryl. No.
Well,
y'all can find me at St. Angeles. St. Angeles also on I believe it's St. Angeles on YouTube. I'm trying to get my 1,000 followers, y'all. Subscribe.
I got some stuff I'll tell y'all after we get off that and everything. I got a inside thing though, since I'm on the other side of the wall.
Oh,
okay. All right. So yeah, subscribe, share my podcast.
I feel like I'm an escaped slave. Like, let me tell you how it is. Let me tell you.
And don't forget, Whiskey Soured. We are dedicating this month to fathers. Yeah, so each episode this month, we have one out now with like Alan Brown, and then tomorrow the episode with Mike from the Free Roots is dropping. I'm trying to get it together to get Doja, Sleepy, and D on one. I thought we were going to record Thursday, then I remembered I'm going to be in Vegas, so I think that might not be happening. I probably still could. I'm gonna be honest. I probably could still make that happen. So I'll figure it out. Yeah, just set something up. But that's it. Buy some candles, make me wealthy, and that's all I got.
All right. Thank y'all for listening as always. We will be back in 2 weeks as always. Peace.